So when I open a file that we played with yesterday, I didn't close this, the existing one, but it has closed by itself and opened the second one. It means Dynamo can accept one script at a time. Is it clear? Guys, is this clear? Okay.
Yes.
See, until this, to make us understand, we pronounce it as a script, Dynamo script. Actually, it is not called as a Dynamo script. We have to call it as a Dynamo graph. Script in the sense, if you write some set of lines of code, let's say Python, the one I'm going to show you now. So that is called a Python script, or script in the sense set of lines of code. But we are not playing with any such kind of thing. So we'll call it as a graph, Dynamo graph. Clear? Clear?
Yes.
So pronounce it as a Dynamo graph. I mean, if you go for any interviews, so call it as, I have created like, don't say that 100 Dynamo scripts. Just tell them like, I have created graphs. So that pronunciation makes more, sense than a person who doesn't have a proper knowledge, something. So the way they communicate is something else. At least act in the interviews. Don't forget. You keep on call it as Dynamo scripts, but in the interviews, pronounce it as a Dynamo graph. Show them some set of level. Okay, clear? Well, so if I just created something and there's a first script, and if I want to import something into it, file there is a you know option called insert, like how we'll link and import. So insert in the sense it is asking me if I need this one, I need that one also. But so day one data types API code for practice. So just open, then I can see those set of lines. So this is for you, the level two. And what is this? Guys, this is for you. I mean, this is for you to play. Okay. Uh, don't get panic. Like, how did we exactly create this? We are going to learn this in the level two training. Don't worry. Okay. And this is going to list out the things we have. I mean, do you have any pies in the model? No. Do you have any MEP fabrication? Hangers? No. Ramps? No. Cable refittings? Nothing. A systems? Nothing. If you have any ceilings, yes, we have a ceiling, and it's going to. I mean, it is just to see like how many the items we have found in our model. Do you have any conduits in your model? Yes, I have. So this is actually dictionary. I mean, there is a special reason I created this. Now, this is giving me the total elements. For example, if I just created one, I have created one cable tray. There is only one cable tray in the model now. Okay. So what is the script is going to do? Let's say, check, do I have any cable trays? See, I have a cable tray. So only one. So this script is actually getting one single element from every category which are loaded in our model. Is it clear? Because I want to see the parameters of it. This is especially for you. So I want you to utilize this. Okay. I want you to utilize, okay, what are the parameters we have for this? And what is this category? Element dot get category. So this, I mean, if it is not clear to you, then use element dot get category. From each category, you are getting one element. This is so this is mass actually. So this is A terminals. This is piping system. So you can keep it aside somewhere up to you. Exactly how do you need it? Okay, so this is element parameters. Generally, the connection went out to the backwards, but that is not suggestible to make you understand, or else if you can understand somehow, you can clear and take a connection. Show that, there must be the lines should not be like this because you may confuse why this category is connected to element. This is actually coming from this, not from here. Okay. to show that difference only. So this is mass. So this is one of the A terminal, one of the piping system, one of the public, plumbing fissure, one of the ceiling here. So one of the conduit fitting here. So this is the way it is. Okay. How to pull, if you have multiple. So this is indexing actually. So I'm saying like I have a total 48 items here. These are types. These are element type. If you want to play with the type parameters. So I want you to extract the information and set the information in next 2 days. You have to habituate like anything. You should be very, very, capable of playing with instance parameters and type parameters. Guys, are you ready? Are you ready? Everyone.
Yes,
Guys, are you
yes,
ready?
yes.
Come on, I'm
Yeah.
asking everyone. Because we have an assignments. Okay, we have some assignments and we have some assessment as well. On primitive types, we have an assessment, and two, we have an assessment like, on the today's concept, Revit specific. Data types. Also, we have an, some assessment. It is around like 20 questions or something. Each assessment takes like 20 questions. So I want you to finish. Just cross check your knowledge after you playing with. Clear? Don't give that assessment until unless you play with this. Is this clear, everyone? Guys, clear? Hmm?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is this in the sense? Actually, I have a list. I have a list and I'm asking, can you please give me the zero number? This is actually this syntax. Guys, one thing very important. If I'm using any special character, what do you mean by special character? Dot is a special character. Comma is a special character. This is a special character. This is a special. If it is not an alphabet or a numeric, we consider that as a special character. If I'm using any special characters, note it down immediately. I mean, in your mind, I don't want you to maintain a pen and paper. Just try to understand why this has come. What is the purpose of square brackets? It's a square bracket. Okay, square brackets used for list creation. For list creation. Okay, so this is used for like a creating list. Or else, if you have some list, I want to get zero value. See, this is giving me the zero value. What if I'm asking for fifth one? Cross check. Fifth one in the sense fifth index number, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will not give this. It is actually getting the fifth index number. So that's nothing about 370. This one. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? So
Yes.
Yes.
for this particular element, what are the parameters we have here? And what is the storage type of it? Read it and try to understand. Play with this clearly. Okay. Since Rajesh, this is every time, why should I check, these parameter types? But is there any other solution, simple solution without playing with uh, Dynamo? Yes, we have. We have one. Let me show you that. This is a terminal, lighting fixture. Okay. When I hover the cursor on panel, see what it shows a pop-up. Did you notice that? Maybe you haven't noticed that detail so far, but this is the time to remember. Okay, so when I hold the cursor on the panel, it is saying it's a panel parameter, and that is a built-in parameter. So what do you mean by built-in parameter? It was not created by you. Are you clear? So what if
Yeah.
I create something, it shows as, let's create one, and I'll see how it exactly, project parameters, and I'll just create one, something like be underscore integer, be underscore integer, and integer, check all for all those, and I need an instance, and then just click on group under, let's say set it under identity data. Okay. Okay, now when I click on this in identity data, I see be integer. When I hover the cursor on it, it shows like Hold on. It appears. I think it's taking time. Ray, Baba, come on. What's wrong with you? There's an option. Crazy. Okay, it isn't showing immediately. Generally, it takes time. No. Hmm. So circuit number, it shows circuit number built-in parameter. BE integer, it's a project parameter and integer type. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yes.
So it is clearly saying it is an integer. So it is expecting integer. Do you need a dynamo now to understand the data type?
No.
No, not required. We
No.
can buy.
Correct. What if I hover the cursor on the mark? It shows string directly or else like a text. A participant has requested access to meeting questions. Ah, come on. You can. Okay. So when I hover the cursor on the mark, it shows text or string or something. See, it is saying it's a built-in parameter. Will you please mute everyone? Come on, who is that? Ba, 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 ba. Let me mute. This quite happens. Please don't, something. Okay, this is common. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's someone else. Okay, so and one more. Who joined with the name of iPhone? Who joined with the name of iPhone? And if there are any, other names, please try to fix it, guys, because I have to submit this, attendance report. Okay. Well, so when I hold the cursor on this something schedule level, what is it saying? Let's see. Very important, huh? Even though it takes time, just hold on for some. Come on, please. Ah, schedule level. Hmm. What is it saying now? What is it saying? What is the data type here? Can anyone guess what is the data type here?
Drop
Drop
down.
down list.
Very good. So actually in the third place, it is saying it's a drop-down list. Now, this is exactly the correct time to understand what is the, Revit specific data types.
Could you please
So
repeat the scene? Sorry for interruption.
which one?
That is a data type you shown like that.
That is, it's showing it's like a data, which is showing like a drop-down list. Do you see that? Schedule level is a parameter name and it is a built-in parameter. It was not created by you. And in the third line, it is saying drop-down list, where elevation
Okay.
from level, which is showing the string, length. That's a length. Okay. So you can't,
Only if we will do in the constraints only or anywhere.
no, anywhere. Elevation from level, which is actually taking default. Okay. And host, that is actually text parameter. How come that is a text parameter? If it is a text, I can edit this. I supposed to edit this. But here it shows it's like a text, but it is a read only. You can play with it. I'll show you how to play with this in Monday session. Okay, we have a we have a session called what type of a parameters we have. What do you mean by system parameter? What do you mean by general parameters? And what do you mean by read only, write only, hidden parameters, linked parameters? So how to play with multiple parameters at the same time. So if I'm trying to control something, if I'm not able to control, then how to play with the multiple set of parameters. So only the first 2 days concept I want you to understand. I want you to understand, uh, what are the general data types and Revit data types. That's it, guys. Is it clear? Clear?
Yeah, yeah.
So, do you want me to explain everything in hurry?
No, no, sorry.
Come on, tell me. I'm asking everyone. No, right?
No, 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 no.
So that's that's what I'm planned exactly. Let's learn slowly. Okay, nothing hurry. Last batch, I think 65th batch. It was around 70 hours, I believe. 70 hours, 70 or 72. So the reason they were very active before last batch, 64th batch, uh, they were somehow dull, and we finished in 62 hours. So, 62 hours. Seriously, why? I'm expecting if you're more active and more, if you're coming with more questions, our sessions will be extended. So, maximum try to extend our training. And if you're spending something, it's not, as said, like, uh, this training doesn't have any time limit. Okay, so utilize that, learn clearly. Okay, with more examples, let it be. Okay, fine. So when I hold the cursor on this host, it is saying it's like a text. If it is text, what is a text? String. So string parameter should be editable. But why it is showing? There are some integer parameter which is not read, which is not a write only. You can't write in it. String parameter. Sometimes you can't write it. There is a built-in, Boolean parameter, but you can't able to control it. There are some ways you can control some of the parameters. I'll show you later. Okay. So whenever any node with, when any parameter name which shows like drop down list, there are two reasons. There are two reasons. In the properties palette, any parameter shows like drop down list. There are two reasons actually. The first one is it can be integer controlled. Immediately you can consider it is an integer controlled parameter. What do you mean by integer controlled parameter? That looks like a text, but it is not a text. Correct?
Yes.
Correct? So that looks like a text, but it is not actually text. A text can be controlled with a number. So we call it as a integer controlled parameter. If I'm controlling with a number, it doesn't mean it is an integer parameter. It is integer controlled parameter. Integer parameter in the sense which stores integer in it. Do you feel the difference?
Yeah, like that the label was there.
Exactly. So now the second one is element ID. What is this element ID, Rajesh? Here will confuse a lot because element ID, this integer control parameter, is a part of primitive data type. It's a part of primitive data type. But element ID is purely Revit specific data type. And in this, there are a number of things comes. For example, um, when I pick this object, select model element, select model element, I'll just pick door, and I'm asking, can you please get me what is this type actually? Which is showing me something like family instance. Okay, what if, let me turn on Windows, walls, okay, let me copy paste, Control Z, Control V. That shows it's actually a wall. Revit dot elements dot wall. So it is saying that the last one is an object type. What is the data type of it? Okay, here it shows like a family instance. Here it shows like a wall. But Rajesh, why if it is a lighting fixture, it's supposed to show it is like a lighting fixture, no? Why it isn't showing that as a lighting fixture? Let me copy and paste again. Let me just pick any tray or something that shows unknown element, family instance, element or family instance. Generally, in Dynamo, we can call it as an element dot id or family instance dot id. Both are same. Element, component, family instance. So all of them are exactly same. So here I've connected an element, but it is returning a family instance. I've connected an element, but it is showing it's like a wall. I've connected an element and it is returning an element and it shows an unknown element. There is a specific reason why it is showing a specific exactly. If it is wall, it's clearly showing it's a wall. This is a cable tree, but it is not showing it's like a cable tree. So there are multiple reasons. We're going to discuss it in the coming sessions. Okay. Well, here object dot object dot type, when I'm trying to play with, it shows multiple stuff. Like it shows like a wall. It shows like a wall type. That shows like a solid. That shows like a point. Like curve, surface, tray, or what else? I mean, for example, column. It shows like a column. It means all of them, they are Revit elements. The Revit elements. Is this clear? Guys, is this clear? So out of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are geometry elements. These are geometry elements. These geometry elements, even though they are part of element ID only. Remember this very clearly. We are going to discuss this again and again. Okay. So can you please tell me what are the primitive data types we have seen? Come on.
Integer, double,
Integer, double, then
Integer and double. Boolean.
String.
Boolean
Null.
and a string.
string.
Uh,
Null we didn't discuss, no?
Yes.
Null you
Null
didn't.
we did not discuss, and it has some exact time to discuss because null is a very dangerous kind of data type. Null is also data type, and that spoils the entire script. You have around 1,000 elements. So when you're trying to pull information which has come, which is exactly the same information for 999 elements, and you're not able to retrieve one particular element, and it returns null. So whenever you have a null, Kalas, from that node, no other nodes work. Seriously, until unless you clear the null, the rest of the script you can't play with. Null is a dangerous node. I mean, that dangerous data type. I'll explain you how to handle the null. Okay. Since we didn't discuss, but still I'm listing out what are the primitive data types here. So we don't have anything else. The sixth one, which is considered integer controlled parameter, ICP. Clear? Guys, clear? So ICP, whenever you see in any drop-down list, consider either it is an integer control parameter or else element ID parameter. So how do I play with the element ID parameters? If you really understand this, it's very simple. It's really very simple. Shall we try, playing with some element ID parameters? Hmm? Shall we try to play with some element ID parameters? So here, these are for element types. Keep this aside. Keep this aside. So have some element, let's say pick some ceiling or something. So in a code block, I'm asking list of, if I want the ceiling, what should I enter here?
4.
Very good. 4. Okay. And square brackets. Now it is asking, can you please connect me that list? So this is actually looking for a parent. If any input, if any text, which is on the left hand side, this list is called as a variable. Oh, This list is called as a variable, and then it means it is actually looking for something to be connected by you, by the user. Okay. So what if I connect this to this? It's going to pick the fourth index number of it. Okay, perfect. Now I need this element dot parameters. Okay. And parameter dot storage type. Let's pull this. Colors. Okay. So now area and storage type. Rajesh, why do you have to write all this? Is there any simple solution? I can simply, after writing this, I can copy after the dot everything, Control Z, and paste it here. Colors. So you got it. This one. Now again, Rajesh, if I want to get this storage type, I'll just copy this after the dot, copy, and after the parameters, you type it. I mean, you just copy paste it. See, isn't it beautiful? Hmm?
Yes, of course.
Correct.
Great.
Okay. So, but not up to that extent. Let's learn something slowly. Okay. I mean, these two are enough. I mean, you can directly type it. You can directly type it after the dot, which is like this is going to be like our parent and child. So this is going to be like a parent and this is going to be like a child. I'll explain later. Don't worry. So when I connect this to this is double now. So I have category. So let's finalize what are the parameters.
Rajesh, sorry.
Hmm, mhm.
For this, while typing it, is it case sensitive? The storage type, the first letter is capital and the type is capital.
It won't work.
Okay, so we need to type
Exactly the same without missing anything. Okay. So exactly
Okay.
the same like yesterday we played with a parameter, parameter names. Do you remember case sensitive? Same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So in
Okay.
coding, it is case sensitive. It won't take it, as you exactly like, you want. Okay. So case sensitive. Well, yeah. So here area is a 63 and it is double because area generally accept, the decimal values as well. So the one we created, it is an integer and the categories. Let's fix what are the parameters we have, element IDs. So category is an element ID. Okay, perfect. So this is actually category, no? So let me write categories. Categories. So there is a drop down node for particular category. Okay. So where else I have fifth one, design option. So this is actually design option. Let me find either I can write here. I can write here design options. Design options in selection. See, there is a dedicated node, design options to play with. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? Okay. Guys, are you clear?
No,
So
actually,
element ID in the sense that is actually expecting some element ID. Element ID. And these are returning the element IDs. I'm going to explain. First, let me uh, frame everything. Then I'll explain you clearly. So ninth parameter, it is a family. And 10th one is family and types. So family and type. We have node called family types. Not this one. Family types. So why we have this kind of a different nodes, Rajesh? What if I want to play with something? For example, yesterday, if you remember, let's play with single element. Let's play with single element for now. Hand-picked element. I'll just play with this wall. for the time being. Okay, element. When I connect this to this, it's giving me wall and ELM dot parameters. So this is giving me all the parameters, and first one, which is base constraint. So base constraint, and here it is saying let's play with this. You will try to understand. Uh, set parameter by name. Set parameter by name. I have this element. Let me connect this. And parameter name. What is the parameter name here? Base constraint. Correct? Guys, base constraint.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
yeah.
So we have to write it in string,
String
and let me write it base
constraint.
constraint. Okay, and let me connect this to this parameter name. Then it is asking for value. So since we are directly seeing the parameter storage type, it shows an element ID. Pretty clear. I can't connect a string to it, and I cannot connect a number to it. Correct? No? Am I right? Am I right?
Yes.
So base
Yes.
constraint, which is clearly saying here base constraint, but that looks like actually a text. And it's clearly showing over there. And here also, when I hover the cursor on this, it's saying drop down list. If it is a drop down list, it can't be a string or a number, as per my previous statement. Correct? No?
Yeah.
Correct? No? So how should I play with? There must be a dedicated type to play with. And when I hover the cursor on this, it is not even saying, and try to read what it is. Level datum for the base of the wall. Okay, it needs a level to play with. So we have to find a levels now. So when I type a levels, so there is a drop down here. There will be a drop down. Now, what if I connect a string to it? It says that, bro, you are connecting me something wrong. It won't work. Let's try level 2. If I connect, it says the parameter storage type is not a string. Okay. Let's say I consider if it is an element, instance, um, integer control data type. Let's play with the 2 or something. Still, it says that I'm not a number. No. So there is the third option. That's a element ID. And here I can pick at which level I want this element supposed to be. Since it is already at level 3, the base constraint, I would like to set it to L1 and connect this. See, worked.
Yes.
Level 2
Yes.
worked. So it's working.
Yes.
So it is not accepting a number. It is accepting
Drop
nothing.
down list.
So why this is Rajesh? Why this is not a string or something? No. If you use this object.type node, after the levels, that is actually asking for a level. Do you see the last one? It is actually level. It is not a string. It is not a number. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Guys, are you clear? What if I'm connecting this to this? It's clearly saying, Arre Baba, it is a string. So when I connect this to this, it's saying it is an integer. Okay, but when I connect this to this is actually saying it's a level. So that is what it is expecting. So you have to connect that. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Are you clear? So we have to be, mostly if you're wasting some time, that happens only when you're playing with element ID parameters. Rest everything you can easily handle. Numbers, double, string, text, null values, empty values. You can easily set. Everyone can easily play with. But especially we are not here to play with the numbers or something. We are here to play with an elements. Correct? Elements. So we have to understand this particularly element ID data types. Okay. Well, so it is saying it's a level now. Very perfect. Now, what if now you guys apply some common sense again? Okay. If you're not married, you can apply a lot of sense. But married, no, very tough. Okay. That's fact, bro. Seriously. Okay, well, so I want to change this location line. Come on. I want to change this location line. How can you name this? Is that integer controlled parameter or element ID? Come on. We have only two options, either this or that. We don't have a multiple. Understand? Maybe in case if you're very new to the Dynamo in the early stage and you keep on practicing, I mean, to get this answer takes days and hours and days. But here you consider like it's showing like a drop down list, only two, either this or that. That too, only for the first time we may do a mistake. And once you have done a mistake once, I hope you won't repeat it again. Clear? So location line. Come on, tell me.
Element ID.
And if you clearly notice in the same outcome itself, I mean in the same pop-up itself, you say something, 1 wall center line, 2 core center line, 3 finish face exterior, 4 finish face interior, 5 core face exterior. So element ID, it is expecting like a location line. So I'll type location line here, location line. Do you have any location line? Line patterns. What is this line patterns? Is that really showing me the same line patterns? No, this is something else. Correct? This is not this. So let me line style, line types we have, line charts, line. I don't think so. These all are nothing. Okay. So let me try a number then. Let's say play with a number. What if I play with 1? Sorry, I have to set this location line. Core center line. So what if I change this to 2? Finish face exterior. What if I change this to 0? Wall center line. What if I change this to 4? Core face exterior. Guys, did you notice that? Core face interior.
Integer control.
6. Oh, 6. When I'm playing with the 6, it's saying something. Can you give a guess? What is that warning?
Number is not there in drop down list.
Perfect. Perfect. So what it is saying, external component has thrown an exception. You're trying to play with something that has failed and external component. Okay, we generally consider it is a out of index, out of the range. Okay, out of the index. We have only when I hover the cursor on this. So how many options we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the sense 0 to 5. Am I
Yeah.
right? -1. So we don't have a 6th index number. So that's the reason which is giving me, bro, you have only 6 options and I can read from 0 to 5. So there is no 6th one. Simple. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear? Makes sense? Okay. Now, so the previous one, it shows as a drop down list and it was an element ID. This one shows like a drop down list and it is an integer control. Let me try with something else. Oh, what is a room bounding parameter type?
Boolean.
Simple, Boolean. And here in the bottom, it's clearly showing it as a yes or no parameter. Correct?
Yeah.
So you can play with, no need of playing with. And what about cross section?
Integer
Drop down
control.
list.
Integer controlled.
Integer control parameter.
Huh? Integer controlled. Cross section, if you see 9th one cross section is integer controlled. Is it clear? Even if
Yeah.
you notice that location line LMNOP key Q21 is integer controlled. See, is this clear?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can get that immediately. If it is an element ID, consider you must have a dedicated drop down node for it. Seriously, you have a dedicated node for it. What if, Rajesh, you told me that, there is a parameter called image, and it is clearly showing, element ID. But while I'm keep on finding for image, there are no such node where I can pull something image type. There is no drop down for it. There are some set of parameters we can't play with, and image is one of it. Okay, and if you can't find a specific drop down, then there is another option. Wait for some time. I'm going to reveal that. Is it clear? That is the traditional concept you have to play with. Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Clear? So what if in case most of the cases you may not find it, then you have to remember, you have to trigger that immediately. This is the problem we have. Okay, see, sometimes when you are doing the modeling, we'll have some set of an issues like, uh, I have placed some elements, but I'm able to see that in a plan view, but I'm not able to see that in uh, some other view. I'm able to see that in 3D, but I'm not able to see that in a section or any elevation or in any floor plan view. So what could be the reason? I can see something in 3D, but I'm not able to see that in floor plan. What could be the reasons?
View range,
View range. What else?
Visibility,
Very
visibility
good.
setting.
visual
What else?
closing,
What else?
plant regions,
Good. What else?
Pages as well.
Element height,
Phase. Very good.
View filters.
View
filter.
filters. Good. Mm.
element height,
Mm. Hide.
It's a temporarily height. Yeah.
Temporary hide. See, you have a multiple options now. It comes with an experience. Correct. Even in the coding, if something isn't working, then you have to immediately find the next solution. Is it clear? Is
Yeah.
this clear? Okay,
yeah,
fine. Okay, well, what is this cross section? I'll check with cross section here. Do you have any cross section? So don't find with the name. When you hover the cursor on that, read the entire description, find what is the exact key to play with it, to play with that. So finding that key is very, very important for a developer. Okay, very, very important. So here it's a built-in parameter dropdown list determines whether the wall is vertical, slanted, or tapered. So do we have only these three set of options, or sometimes we have more? So for slanted walls, it is not a datum element. It is not a particular, specific system family or something else. So why don't we try with integer based? Okay, so vertical, uh, cross hyphen section, cross section. Let me try with, we have only three options. No, let me try with 0, 1, 2, 3. I mean 0, 1, 2. Slanted. Did you see that? Slanted. It means it's
Yes.
working. So 1 is a vertical and 2 means, oh,
Horizontal.
the wall type is not compatible with the tapered. Okay, I understand. That's fine. So let me set it to 1 then, which is vertical. But if you notice something, okay, fine. We'll see that later. But okay, let me give you a small, hint in advance. When I'm playing with, when I'm trying to set this value to 0, there is a parameter which has come angle from vertical. Correct?
Yeah.
Angle from vertical. Let me show you that what it is exactly. See, data is more really make us fool many times. Understanding the data isn't a small thing. Seriously. Okay. So until unless you keep on playing and if you're keep on practicing, trust me guys, just this 30 45 days, maximum 30 45 days, and then you have consider our training is like a sort of a prison. Understand? Okay, I mean if you really want to say the best, you have to transform here itself. Understand? And I'm your jailer. Okay, fine. So angle from vertical, let me set something here. And what it is, I want to set 45 degrees. So number, I'll set it to 45 and see. Oh, okay. That's 45. What if I just want to tilt this side?
Minus 45 or 365 degrees calculation you can do.
Simple.
45.
Minus 45. Clear, no? So the
Yeah.
directions, okay? Let's say 45 or minus 45, something. Now, what if I chain this to vertical? Now this node returns something else. What is it? Can you give a guess? What is that warning?
When this vertical value 45 will not accept.
Close to. But here what it is saying, no parameter found by
Parameters
that
not
name.
available.
See,
Hmm.
parameter not available. Correct. No parameter found by that name. Arey, just few seconds before I played with it, bro. Correct. But now
Yeah.
it is not,
Yes.
it's clearly saying I'm not there. So it's fooling us, isn't it? Correct.
Yeah.
It means to make one node, if you want to set a value, you have to check the roots of it. Actually, where it is actually coming from. So first, in that case, do you have any solution to fix this? Anyone? Anyone have a solution how to fix
Make a
this?
0.
Remove
90
this thing.
Do you want me to set this value to 0? Okay.
Yeah.
No,
90.
no. It is not asking to set something. It is saying that I don't have that parameter at all.
Parameter name vertical.
Change the name to cross section, same
One.
name, then it will work.
Remove that angle
Perfect.
from
Perfect. Got that answer already. Come on.
Do the
Who
one.
wants
Cross section. Change the string correction to cross section, then it will work.
If you clearly notice something, first we have to change this cross section from vertical to slanted. So that is a first task. Then this second parameter makes active. Then I have to write the same set of things again here. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
So I want to play with two parameters to make this wall 45 degrees angle. Clear? Are you clear now? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We'll see that how to do that in just a couple of minutes later. Now again, structural. I want to change this structural uses. The parameter name is structural usage, bro. Structural usage.
So,
Can I play with this structural usage parameter?
You need to switch on structural first, I think. Then only.
This is built-in parameter.
Simple. Boolean, na? You need to switch on the boolean.
Boolean parameter.
For structure, then you can use this.
This is Boolean.
This
The
is
top one is boolean, the bottom one is drop down list. So it is ICP.
ID, element ID.
you are a bit smart, bro. Okay, cool. So my question is, can I control this or not individually?
No,
Without
you cannot control individually.
You need to switch on structure, then only it will work. No?
Very good. So
It is
even
dependent.
correct. What if I'm trying to play with then?
Say,
What if I connect this to this? It says that the parameter is read only. Again, it is making us fool because it is actually write only parameter. But if the particular data in the backend, which is active, what was that? Structural. Correct? So to play with this, first I have to enable this. Then I can change this bearing. Now if I can set that bearing, see it's set non-bearing. If I set it to 1, bearing. If I set it to 2, shear. If I set it to 3, structural combined. If I set it to 4, nothing. It's giving me external component.
Really.
Only 4 options over there. Guys, are you clear now? So if
Yeah.
you're not able to play with something, even it means that's what as per yesterday statement, even though there are some set of parameters which shows like read only, we can control those. Hmm? This is one of the example. There are some set of hidden parameters. We can make that enable and we can play with it as well. Hmm? Are you clear?
Yeah.
So
Yes, clear.
this type of parameters are called read-only parameters and they can control it. And these kind of a parameters, we can call it as hidden parameters and they can be controlled by some other parameter. Are you clear? For example, if I just click on a panel, VV, electrical equipment, all of them are like, I'll just show you something.
Rajesh, I have one small doubt with this. Can I?
Mm-hmm.
For
Come
this
on.
example, the structural one, which we have seen here, to control this non-bearing parameter, we have the structural option Boolean type, which we have to switch on. Then only we can control that, right? But
Mm.
below that, we have a length parameter, which is a read-only parameter, correct? So
Mm.
that kind of parameters also we can control.
That's what I'm about to present, bro. That's
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
actually presenting. Okay. So here I have a panel. And if you see, most of the parameters are actually calculative. So they have an internal calculations. So one of the example, like you're asking about length. Clear? So
Yeah.
here, can I control the total connected? Because my engineer said, Rajesh, it is actually to 22,612. If I convert that into kVA, it is actually 22 kVA. Correct?
Rajesh, can you
Yes.
go back to the wall example? Just click the wall once. I just want to understand the question somebody asked. Just pick any
Mm.
one, any one. Okay, this length parameter.
Length
Okay.
parameter.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Because they are
Length parameter.
dependent, right? But
Mm.
they are based on base object properties. Okay, got it.
Okay, fine. So here I have a panel here. So I want to, I mean, my person is asking, my engineer is asking, Rajesh, can we control this? 115, 1984, something. Let's go with a small panel or something. We don't have anything here, so there is no such load. So total connected is 151,984.68. So if I convert this into kVA, it's 151 kVA. Am I right? But Rajesh, I just wanted only 120 kVA or something. Like, how do I control it? So in the back end, what are the load which is connecting to this panel? If I can able to play with those elements, will the load will be controlled? Correct?
Yes.
Correct? So
Yes.
you got the logic. Actually, I mean, very simple, bro. In a room, I have total 10 lighting fixtures. Let's say 9 lighting fixtures. So each one which is carrying like 20, 20, 20, 20. So 20 into 9, which is around like 180, 180 volt ampere, like 180 watts. Total 180. But my engineer said only 150. 150. So when I connect this 180 watt to one panel something, so 180 watt, or else like there are 10, 10 rooms, 10 into 180, so something around like 1800, and then. So my engineer said like only 1500. So to control it, I can't, I don't want to play with the panel first. I can't control directly there. If I can control, if I can remove or add these lighting fixtures load onto the circuit, onto this panel, then obviously the panel values will be changed. Am I right? Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes.
So this is what I mean. If there is a data, if you're not able to control it, doesn't mean you can't control it. So you have to find where is the root of it. Where is the root for it? Then control there. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Guys,
Clear.
is this
Yes.
clear? So that way we can control most of uh, the read-only parameters. Okay, fine. Let's get into the topic again. Okay, we are not. Of course, it's not off topic. Fine. So length we can control this, but how? We have to convert this element into the geometry, and then we have to play with the geometry. Then the line will be controlled automatically. I mean, the length can be controlled, but not directly. So you can't set a set parameter by, you can't place a set parameter by name and try to play with the length parameter. It won't work. There is a different strategy. First, you have to pick that element and that element to curve and curve to extend, and you have to tell that I'm going to connect you a new curve either on this side or on that side. It has to be extended with 2 meters or 20 meters. I can play with, but not directly. Is it clear? Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Hmm? So something which is possible. Now, phase created. Let's try to play with phase created. What type of parameter type it is? Drop down list. We tried with a string yesterday. Didn't work. We tried with an integer controlled also. It didn't work. Then
Page is element ID.
element ID. Shall we try with a phase created? When I'm trying to set this, the parameter storage type is not a number. Not a number. Then element ID. So what should I search with? Tell me. What
Phase.
should I
Integer
search with?
number.
Phase.
Phase
Because
created.
that is an element ID. It's a
Uh,
phase.
phase.
So when I'm trying to play with a phase, it is saying like select phase. Okay. So I can pick the phases if I have some in my model. So this is showing me new construction and existing. Now it is in new construction. If I want to change this to existing, so this is changing now.
So Ragesh, basically quick query. So basically whatever system defaults are there in Revit, like system families and stuff, they definitely have something here, right?
Exact. Don't expect, that's what I'm about to say. We can't find mostly.
Okay.
Okay, I know
Understand.
phase created is a element ID parameter.
Right.
Element ID parameter storage type. So phase created, 24th one. 24th one is a element ID. That's fine. Clear? So what if I don't have this? And very simple thing is,
I
uh,
so I have one doubt
2
for
minutes,
this.
2 minutes, 2 minutes. I'll give you the mic. Just 2 minutes. Here, if you notice it clearly, category is the default one, but design options is not the default one. For suppose, if I'm design options, so when I'm trying to play with the design options, this is not the default node, guys. This is actually coming from rhythm package. Okay, so this is actually package name. So this is coming from RK Lab. This is a math, the default one. This is coming from bakery. This is coming from bakery. This is from RK Lab, Dynamo MEP, structural design. Are you clear? So this
Yeah.
design options node, the default, no, the drop down node, which is not from the default library. You can't find this in your Dynamo. Go and check. You cannot. Then Rajesh, how to find this in that case? Then there is a very, very important, the traditional strategy that is called element classes. You will find everything. If it is clearly showing I am an element ID, then first you have to place these element classes. Are you clear? Make this as a habit. This is a traditional strategy. Okay. In case you try with the drop down nodes, if you can't find, you no need to give up. You can find directly here. Okay. For example, let's say design options. So this is a deep, I mean, this is coming from external package. So what if I type design options? See, I have a design option. Are you clear? In the end, it is clearly saying it is a design option. Okay. What if there is an phase? Let's try with phase. See, I have a phase. And in the end, we have a phase here. Guys, are you clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, not element, right?
It is
Not
not.
element. Okay. It's
I'll show you. I'll show you. Actually, this is giving you something, but you can't connect this to this. How can you say what phase it is? How can you say what design option is this? Correct? If you have multiple design options, how can you pick? So I'm telling that clearly. All elements of class. So when I'm connecting a class to you, get me if you have any design options. So now this is an element ID. So the pure form of, I mean, if you see something like how do you exactly play with, so this is the way you're supposed to connect, not this idiotic stuff. Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So string, if it is string, this one. If it is number, this one. If it is Boolean, this one. If it is asking for element ID, this one, guys. Are you clear? Are you
Rajesh,
clear? Hmm.
Rajesh, sorry, I'm not clear with this element classes thing. Like,
I'll
why
explain.
are we using this element class?
I'll explain. What is this phase created actually? What is the parameter? I mean, storage type of this
Element.
el-
Element
element
ID.
ID. It means it is expecting element ID. Correct?
Yes.
Question on this
So
again.
I
Rajesh.
have element ID here. So
Okay.
that is what it is asking. Are you clear? Are you are you clear?
Yeah.
Rajesh,
That
on base question
come
again.
on.
See, it's again for this phase there is a node, and you're saying that the design option there is no node default node from Revit.
Actually, most of the nodes we don't have a default.
No, I'm saying that door
No, we don't have.
has
We don't have.
walls we have. Okay, we don't have a design option.
We
No,
don't have.
my concern was like, for example, when we are working on a script and few of the elements are in other design option, so I think we can't trigger it directly using the default nodes. I think we need to get something from outside. But whereas, for example, the case with structural, the slanted wall and stuff, in the structural element stuff, we can switch on them and we can do it. But there are specific nodes for that. But design option is something especially. I don't know why it is different. I need to check that one.
That is not different. There are no reasons for why it is in there.
There was
It's their call. Okay, if they may release in future versions, they may release it. But in general, we don't have that in default. I'm not here to confuse you guys. Okay, so I mean, don't rely on the I mean, some set of strategies. So we have to understand two different things: traditional and shortcut. Okay, so all the drop downs are shortcuts. Even we don't used to write like this. There is another style. Do you want me to show how I used to write in 2015? Huh?
Hello, and one more thing actually, you yesterday you told me something different, but this time the last example it is totally different. That is called actually. That's why I asked that time. Right now I'm not able to get
No,
it.
hold on. Element ID is a bit confusing, topic. So try to understand.
No. It's easy. Actually, what happened? I'm just saying you. You have shown the some other examples like the integer controlled parameter. When we are putting some values like the 0, 1, and all those things, it is coming like that. But the for phase, we are not using that thing because
no.
as you know, here it is phase existing and the some new only. But phase could be more than two,
Shall I
three
answer
like
that,
the.
Rajesh, from my side? I think I got an idea. I'll try to answer it. Is it fine?
No. See, you have to understand what kind of a parameter and what is the storage type here.
Yeah.
Phase created 24th, it is showing it's an element ID. Element IDs cannot be controlled as a number, as it's not like an integer control parameter. No, you can't control this parameter with a number. You can't control this parameter with a number. You cannot control any element ID parameters as a numbers with the
But the
numbers.
constraint is what it called element ID.
Check. No. Who told you which
That
constraint?
is
Base
top
constraint.
level.
Base
Top level.
constraint. Base constraint. It is an element ID. Okay.
Yes. So we cannot control by the number. No, I don't
Who?
know. I'm not saying number. I'm saying
See.
that
Okay.
is
Okay. Hold
0,
on.
1, 2, 3 like
Base
that.
constraint.
That
Base
is
Integer
constraint.
controlled number.
Base constraint. Let me set it to the level 3. Number, no, you said if it is a number. What if I connect to 2? Do you able to control that? Base constraint. No, element ID is not a number now.
No, no. See, I
That
think base constraint means, see, that is something a Revit the model element should apply. I'll try to answer this in simple way. See, ICP means, for example, levels are not ICP. Level like Revit level is present in Revit model, level 1, level 2, level 3. But this verticals of cross section, vertical slant, those things are present inside the Revit element. So those things are ICP. Even in this case of, for example, what you're seeing on screen, level 2, level 3, level 4, those are element ID. The location line is something which is inside the wall. So those things are ICPs. I hope, I think I'm in the right track.
correct, Praveen. Actually, simple thing, but we have to read it. We'll step into that family, how to play with the family parameters. We'll discuss that later. Not this part, okay? But still, almost like 80% it is correct answer, okay? If you are playing with the datum elements or something, so they will be called as an element IDs. If any properties of that particular element can be controlled as in numbers. Okay, here he got confused yesterday that we played with the design of base constraint with a number. So actually you can't control, I mean, when I hover the cursor on this, it shows like a drop down list. That drop down list can be ICP or element ID. Both won't work at a time. Is it clear? Bro, you clear? So base constraint is not accepting a number here. It clearly say that. It needs a level. So how do I get that levels again here? Either I'll pick from the levels node, either I'll have to pick it from the levels node, either this and connect this to this. So level 2 or level 1 or something. Or else, in case, what if you don't have this drop down? What if you don't have this drop down? We'll try with this option like element classes, because it is expecting element ID. You can't connect anything to it. And this is actually an element ID. If you have seen any value with the green color 6-digit number, which is an element ID, this is what it is expecting level. So I'll just set a level here, and it's clearly saying that I have total 4 levels. Which one you want me to set? Guys, are you clear? Which one you want me to set? So I want to pick level 1. Since it is already level 1, I want to set it to the level 2. How do I?
We need to add some string.
We have to add a code block here by just double clicking your
List.
left mouse. Yes, exactly. In list, square brackets,
Square
and then
bracket. 0, 1,
0.
I'll just write 1 here.
1.
Index number 1, not level 1 here, level 2, which is in the first index number. So you connect this to this, then it'll fetch only the particular one, and then connect this to this, then it will set. Guys, is this clear? This is base constraint need an element ID. Cross check whether you are connecting an element ID or not. Cross check you are connecting element ID or not. Okay, what if, let me show you something.
So every individual level having their own
IDs.
ID.
Own
Yes.
ID. What if I have something here again, the same information, name, level, exactly. So here whatever we have here, level, name equal to level 2, elevation equal to 3.799 something. So the same thing we have here. So can I connect this to this?
No, because we don't have element ID there, right?
Very good.
Text color got changed, it became string.
Correct. So there is a logic here. There is no element ID. This value requires this number. So when you connect this to this, that's supposed to act, that must be an element ID. Of course, even though I have the same data here, but still this didn't work because it acts like a string. And it clearly says that the parameter storage type is not a string. You have to connect the element ID to this. Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite clear.
Are you clear?
And
So
yes.
element ID needs element ID only. The way you connect, of course, you can't see the element ID here. See, now you can see element ID here. Of course, you can't see what it is this, but by the end you can see 37888117. So you are connecting element ID directly. Are you clear? Are you
Yeah, it's
clear?
clear.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So element IDs are somehow special. We have to put more efforts, while you're playing with. Try to understand. And this is not even the way we used to play with. The drop downs are recently added. You know, the Autodesk team have decided that people are actually struggling to find a category, to find a design option, to find a family, to find a phase. They're not able to write it clearly, and the code is giving them something wrong. So we used to have this, like, um, let me show in our stuff. In 2015, I used to play with this category dot by name. By name. See, category dot by name. When I write something, it's supposed to give me that, in a string. When I hold the cursor on this, it's saying it's a string. So string. If I write a ducks here and connect this, that's going to give me the ducks category. What if it is small d? No, it is not accepting because it's clearly, the text which you are exactly giving should match the Revit API database. Clear, bro? Design options. Design options by name. Okay. Family dot by name. Family dot by name. See, family dot by name. Phase dot by name. Phase by name. So when you connect a name to it, it's going to give that particular, type of it. So this is the way we used to play. And if you notice, if I simply type by name, I have a number of nodes: category dot by name, element type dot by name, material dot by name, ceiling type dot by name. I can find ceiling types here. Ceiling types. See, there is a drop down. Material. Materials. Not this. Select material or something. Yes. Select material. See, and family type. We have a family types. We have roof types. We have a roof types. Do you understand? So they are newly added to it. Initially, we used to play with the category dot by name, and this is one strategy. This is the one strategy to get whatever exactly, if any parameter storage type it is saying like element ID, we have to understand what is it exactly and type it, and later put a dot next to it and type by name. So that used to give me the category. Later, they changed this to the drop down. And the most traditional concept, forget about all these things. Don't play with all this stuff. Don't play with all this. If any parameter storage type which is saying element ID, place these three immediately. Um, if it is element ID parameter. Guys, are you clear? Guys, are you clear? Place these three by default and make this, and you keep on finding whatever you want. You can find that here. Seriously. Okay. Cool. Let me show something else. This is our extension, guys, to find the nodes super faster. Okay, so element ID. Categories. So 14th one is a family. So family types, we have already dedicated one. So family and type. 20th is image, you can't find. 24th is phase. You can find phase here. Phase demolished. Even this is also the same phase. 13. Top constraint. So what do you mean by top constraint? What is a top constraint actually? It is a level.
Yeah.
Correct?
So
It is a level. So we have to find a level here. We have to find for a level here. You can't find, top constraint here. Not top constraint. What is the base for top constraint parameter? You have to find with that. So 34 type. So you can't find type here because that's different. 35 type ID. That's it. If you just play with some other element, some other new parameters, and find out what are the element ID parameters we have. Or else if you just have to write the same thing. Your assignment for today's is finding out element ID parameters and check to have that key in the element classes or not. Guys, are you clear? Are you clear? Finding out element ID parameters. Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Come on, are you clear? So I want you to separate. I mean, if you keep on playing with 10 different type of elements every day, each and every element type, check what are the element ID parameters. It's element ID parameters. It's very simple. Like again, um, element dot parameters dot
So mostly the level only the element ID parameter.
most of them storage type equal to this node will give you that element ID parameters double equal to element ID connect an element dot parameters dot storage type. Oh,
Yes.
storage type equal to element is that ID.
Small d.
Is it small d? Huh? Actually, I don't remember. Storage type small d, bro. Correct. So small d. Okay, that's false. Then
That's
get me
the space,
um,
I think.
element dot parameters. If not, return a null. So it's giving me the nulls now. So element dot parameters dot storage type equal to element ID. Okay, now I need this element ID equal to EID. Okay, Control C, Control V. And if it is
Rajesh, T is missing an element on the first one.
So element dot parameters EPA equal to element parameters. So, but why do I need this now? If I share this with you, you are going to internal dereferencing. You will get 1L. Let me write as it is then. Still there is a problem now. Null. This is not working.
Are
So
you
there is
checking
an
the all element ID
element
type?
ID types actually. So there is another way we can parameter dot. Okay, we'll see that later. I'll send you something, some code later. But you try with this first. Okay, I don't want you to make more lazy.
Yeah, I'm also confused in the design actually design option things.
Design scripting takes time for you to understand. Okay, don't panic. We have a dedicated 4 to 5 day sessions on the design scripting only. Okay, so don't, when I'm writing something
So that
code,
will be
it is
clear
only for
into
a
the design
practice.
options.
Sorry?
That will be covered in the design options.
Design scripting, not
No, no,
design
no. I'm
option.
just asking for the design option type you have used just before something. What it called? Design option type, element type, something.
No. Design scripting. That is design scripting. Well, fine. So let's see with the design. Let's see with this an element ID. What else we have? Let's try to play with some other element. So what are the things we have? Element ID, that is design option. 14th one, this is family. This is 15th the family and type. And 18th one is a host ID. And 21 is image. 22 is actually level. And 26th is face. 28th is level. 30th is type. 31 is a type again. So most of them you can find it in a element classes. Okay, so how to play with function interior to exterior for this door? Come on, it's a type parameter. It's a type parameter. Come on, any idea? How to play with a function? I mean, for this particular door, the function, it has to change from interior to exterior. What is this parameter storage type? Drop down list. Is that integer controlled or element ID?
I think it
That's
should be
element
integer
ID.
controlled.
Element ID.
Integer control.
Element ID.
Integer control.
Integer controlled. Even just few minutes before Praveen or someone gave a clarity. If you're playing with a family in properties of it, then obviously it is a integer controlled. Correct? So we are in a family now and we are playing with the type parameters. So function and interior. So okay. What about building type? This is also schematic type and user defined. So when I hover the cursor on this, again it is saying drop down list. What kind of thing is this? Is it an integer controlled or element ID?
Integer control.
This is
Okay,
integer control.
integer controlled. Okay, first of all, how to get the type parameters? So let's pick this element first. Control C, Control V. Okay, I have a door now. Come on, how to play with the particular parameter? Which
You are
parameter it
asking
is?
type parameter, right?
Type parameter. Function. So set parameter by name. and here is an element and parameter name that is function. And you said it is an integer controlled, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We will add number.
The number.
So I'll just 0 and 1. So I'll just change this 1 to this. Oh, warning. Can
Wait,
you just give
is
a
it
guess?
is it Boolean?
No.
Element because it is changing the model.
No,
Come on,
we are
any
just
other
changing
answers?
the specifications and the element ID will be the same.
Mm-hmm. You
So
will
we cannot use the element
really,
ID.
you will really scare. What is the saying?
No
No
parameter
No
form
parameter
by
formed by
that
that
time.
Why?
name.
Is that, did I
This is the parameter
type something wrong? No.
which show in properties of this
A
door
Uh,
or element.
because it's a type parameter or something like that.
exactly. But how do I play with type parameters? Is that because of
By
type parameter?
Element set parameter by type.
So, how many of you know, generally for one element, how many IDs would be there?
Only one.
Only
One.
one.
Only one, huh? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yes, with the unique.
Huh?
Every
Yeah.
element should be the unique ID.
Okay, fine. But have you ever noticed that sometimes when you copy a element ID from Navisworks, when you're trying to copy from something from Navisworks and paste it in Revit, sometimes it shows that there is
Not
no such
found.
an element.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Same element only. But why? It means for every element there are four different IDs. Four different IDs. Okay. So what was that exactly? Here I'll just show you. As per Revit element hierarchy. How many of you know that Revit element hierarchy? How many of you know
I
that
didn't.
Revit element hierarchy?
I'm not getting actually.
You'll come to know now.
If you will give any idea.
Now you will come to know.
Okay.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
After a long time again. Huh?
Yeah.
So we have an instances here. Generally, we have multiple elements. Like for example, consider the category is a duct bro here. Okay. So duct. So this category has its own ID. Now these ducts, we have a round ducts and rectangular ducts, oval ducts, different. So round ducts, rectangular ducts like round duct, rectangular duct, and oval duct, something. So this has its own ID. This has a different ID. This has a different ID. So three different IDs. Correct? Correct, no?
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the round duct, again, 300, I mean like 300 dia duct, or else like 400 dia duct, or else like 600 dia duct. Correct, no? So when it
Yeah.
comes to the rectangular, 300 into 300, 450 into 450, 600 into 600, something like. So
Rajesh,
every,
inductor sizes are in instance, right? Type will be
no,
based
no,
on the
no,
routing
hold on.
preferences.
No, hold on. Just giving an example.
Okay.
Just giving an example. Okay. So 300, there are different set of types. This is a different type. This is a different type. And they are not instance. They're not instance sizes. Okay. They have set of, I mean, they are like type parameters. So 300, which is controlled in the type, and 400 is controlled in the type, and 600 is controlled in the type. And again, the same thing.
Yeah.
If I have multiple, so they have multiple IDs again. And again, as like whole duct as well. So finally, when it comes to this, how many 300 dia ducts are there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9, 300 dia ducts. So 9 different IDs again will be generated. So for the same element, if I pick one element here, for the same element, I have a type ID, I have a family ID, I have a category ID. Total 4 IDs would be there for one single element. That is the reason sometimes when I copy an element ID from when I'm trying to copy an element ID from Navisworks, instead of instance ID, you copy type ID or something, or else a family ID. So how do I recognize that? It's very simple. How do I recognize that? It's very simple. So I just copied here and Snoop selection. That must give me something here. Hold on, it'll appear it. It's taking time. So I have an element, and what is the ID of this? 573610. Correct? 573610. Copy the value. I'll note it down in a notepad. This is element ID. And where is this element actually coming from? A particular type. So get the type ID. So 563420 is the type ID. So this element is a type now. So 563420 copy value. This one, right? 563420. Okay, where is this type coming from? It's coming from a different family. Correct?
Yeah.
So that family name information will be somewhere here. Where is it actually coming from? A family. Okay, I think we picked a system element. Okay, fine. So we'll discuss that later. So why we have this? Control C and manage and select by ID and paste it. And let's say click on show. Let's say click OK. The razor, and I can see some element here. I can see some element here. Guys, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now that's fine. So what if I just copy and the properties palette is active now? What if select by ID, paste it, and then say click OK. Now the properties palette is not active. Now the properties palette is not active actually. Okay, so and nothing but which is active here. The type is active. Why?
But element is the ID only.
The ID which we copied, it is a type ID. So that is the reason you have access to play with the rest of the types. You can change the type if you want it. So every ID has its own, parameters. Now here I have an element. I have an element and I'm asking because this ID doesn't have any type parameters. So if I want to play with the type parameters, I have to tell that very clearly. I have an element. Can you please get me the element type? Can you please get me the element type? So when I connect this to this, when I connect an element, it's giving me an element type. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And before you playing with cross check, do you have that parameter there or not? How? How? Element
Dot parameter.
element dot parameters. Correct? Initially. Until unless you write this confidently in the code block. Check, do you have any function parameter here? You have here. Got it? It
Yeah.
means you can play with it directly. So it has set to 1. Just go and check edit type. I'm sorry. This one is, what is this? Where is that? Something else here. It is set to exterior now. You see that? What if I change this to 0? Let me close it and reopen. it has set, and when I just reopen, it was interior now. Guys, are you clear? So to play with interior or exterior, I mean, you're playing with a type parameter, simple. So at the same time, define thermal properties by. So these three are just an options of an element. These three are just an options for an element. So the options doesn't have any specific, come on,
Impact on the object or something?
drop down nodes. They don't have any specific drop down nodes. They will be controlled by, let's say, type something here. What is that exactly? Define thermal properties by. Define thermal properties by. Now it is building type. So schematic type and user defined. Only I have three options. What if I change this to 1? It has changed, I believe, and now it's schematic type. What if I change this to 2? It is loading. Still it is loading. It is changed. I can see user defined now.
User defined.
Guys, are you clear? So you can play with the type parameters as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what else? See, these are integer controlled parameters. They are okay. Now, what else? Do you have any element ID parameters here? Nowhere in this. What do you mean by construction type? What do you mean by construction type? I don't have anything here. No, when I hold the cursor on this looks like a drop down. This looks like a drop down because I have a drop down here. Construction type. Let's set construction type that has a drop down next to it. What if when I hold the cursor on that, it showed as string. Let's say I'll set beam mirror something. Will it accept?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Text parameter.
Because it is a text parameter. Are you clear? When you hold the cursor on it, it shows clearly it is a text there. Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Now, how do we play with multiple parameters at the same time? I'm going to show you this because you have this set of an example.
If we want to change the all type of door at the same time.
Multiple elements? Wait for some time. I'll explain you. Okay, how to play with all parameters, especially all elements. I'll show you later. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say I want to change this element, bro. I want this element has to be changed. So this is MDP1. Now I want to change the height of this. I want to move this panel to this level. How? Come on, tell me.
Click level.
Set parameter by name. Tell me from the scratch. Set parameter by name. Then element to element. Then
level.
Parameter name
We will
is.
create the parameter name.
What is the parameter name?
Level.
Schedule level.
Schedule level.
In this case, it will be saying different schedule name level.
Schedule level. Then
level.
Schedule levels.
Then level.
Then numbers.
Nice.
Then
level.
How should I pick?
Level.
That's a level only, but how?
Just
I don't
type.
want to use a drop down.
Just type.
I don't want to use.
Use the 0, 1, 2.
Element class, not
Very
element
good.
class.
Remember this. If any parameter storage type which is element ID, element classes, place that immediately. And as you said, level. Okay. Then what next?
All element by class.
Numbers.
All element by class.
All elements of a class. Very good.
Of
Then
class. Code block.
okay, code block. Okay, come on, tell me.
List
Level.
and
Level 2.
Lists.
list,
Hmm.
square bracket
One.
and
One.
index number.
Hmm. That's it.
Connect this to value. Oh,
Mm-hmm. So finally, we
connect
put
this to
something.
value.
Coming this to value.
Value. Yes.
It's set to level 2, but still it is in the level 1 itself. It isn't moved. Now,
We need to change the level.
we have to change the
Levels.
change, no, already. It is at
New
level 2 here.
parameter elevation from level.
Limit class
Elevation
change
from
the
level.
We need
level.
to
New
change the
parameter.
level 1, level 2 like that.
Level value got changed, but it is hosted to a particular wall. That's why it has picked the minus elevation.
Mm-hmm. So how
Because
do I
wall,
change it? How do I change that?
this is hosted element. That's why we need to change the host also.
If you observe clearly, there is something changing. If I change this to 0, see what is happening.
Mm.
The value is also changing here. Elevation from level. What
Yeah,
if I
host
change this
level.
to 1? After it is minus 1.5. Minus 1.5. So I want this actual element to level 2. I want to change the schedule level to level 2. At the same time, I want to change the elevation from level parameter to 2.2. Two things I have to change. Am I right? When it was in level 1, 2.2. If I want to move that to the level 2 element, again level 2 at 2.2 height. Correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. So two parameters at the same time. So what do we do now? I have two things here. So again, okay. I'll just play with Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Of course, this is a bad strategy. I'll explain you which is the correct strategy in a next session. Okay. So now I'm trying to play with the next one, which is elevation
From level.
from level. Elevation from level. And then what should I change here? Do I need this? No,
No.
because I want to play with a number. So
Yeah.
We can use the numbers.
number, then 2.2.
Use that one.
Correct? No? So
Yeah.
what if I set this? Now it will move. Guys, clear?
Yes.
Is that clear? So if I want to play with, forget about what it is exactly saying, but if you want to play with this two set of elements, I mean one element with two different parameters, this is the way we play with. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is this clear? So we have given,
Yes.
this is the first action, and this is second action.
I have one question here, Mr. Rajesh. Like you are determining like first action, second action. So will the Dynamo like take what we done in the first script, it is a first, and second script as a second, or how it will be workable?
Nice question again. Here we have to understand which action may execute. Sometimes, for example, if it's directly playing with this, the another will not be. Understand? So here there is another strategy. This entire concept we called as a parallel. This process we called as a parallel. P-A-R-A-L-L-E-L. Parallel. Okay. So right click, change the color to something else. And there is a one more called series. What is that series is? It's very simple. First, I've told it very clearly. First, you change the schedule level to the level 2. Are you clear? Guys, are you
Yeah.
clear? So next,
Yes.
what you have to do, the second step, I don't want you to play with separately, because here, when I pick this element here, this has a old content. What was that old content? There is a old data. What is that old data? What is the old data?
Element ID.
No. Try to understand what did we change exactly. Old data in the sense, this element, it was at level 1 before. Correct, no? It was at
Yes.
level 1
Level
before.
one.
What is
Level
it?
1
What is
2.2.
it? Level 1 2.2. Let me mention that again. Level 1 2.2. This is old data. But what is the new data? Here,
Level 2.
Level
new
2
data,
2.2.
2.2.
new data, it
2.2.
is level 2 only, not 2.2. It is minus 1.5. Did you notice that? Minus 1.5.
Yeah.
This is a new data. So I have changed this level 1 to level 2. But I'm not able to change this 1.5. I want to change this 1.5 to 2.2. Are you clear now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you clear? So this is a first action and this is a second action. Now what I have to say, element.set parameter by name. Here I have an element with a new data and parameter name. What's a parameter name? Elevation from level.
Elevation by level.
Elevation from level. String. Elevation from level. And then connect this to this. And value?
2.2.
Number
Number
2.2.
and 2.2. Simple. Now here there is no other option. It has to change accordingly. It has to change accordingly. First, that element has to, pick that, the element has to be here first at level 2. And the second option is 2.2. It changed first action and the second action. Guys, are you clear? So
Yes.
here I have a new data again with new data,
This is series action.
level 2 and 2.2. This is what we exactly need. Are you clear?
Yep.
Are you clear?
Yes.
So this concept is called series. And the previous, nothing, we didn't do anything. Series and parallel is very simple. So I just pulled here initially, and instead of taking the connection from here, I took the old data only. This is what we did earlier. Am I right?
Yes.
So this parallel method will not work all the cases. Okay? It will not work all the cases. When the parallel works, if there are any two set of parameters are not interlinked, then you can use parallel. You need an example?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any link between schedule level and mark parameter?
No.
Come on. No, right?
No.
No.
Is there any link between mark and comments parameter?
No.
No.
Is there any link between schedule header notes and footer notes?
Yes.
Are you
No.
sure? Do we
No.
have?
No.
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 No. These
So
all are
if
text.
there are no linked parameters, if those any two parameters you're trying to play with, if they're not linked, you can use parallel one by one. First action this, second action that. Both will be executed. But in case if you are playing with some set of parameters which are linked, they won't work with parallel. Bad strategy. Is it clear?
Rajesh, Rajesh, can you see
No,
this exam? Sorry, can I?
I'll show you in Monday's concept because it's purely based on the parameter types. Okay. So
Okay.
the time isn't sufficient to
Sure,
explain
sure, sure.
those. Why should we learn half of? I mean, I'll consider maybe in mind I already explained this concept. So let's learn with more hours. Okay, slowly. Okay, clear? Even this concept has to be explained on the Monday only, but since we have time, so explain it here. Come on. So are you clear with the element ID concept? Element ID? See, there is no, we haven't covered any single topic today except element IDs. Element IDs are not that easy as you see exactly. When you're trying to play with, you'll come to know a lot. So I'm going to give you one more again. What is this? Element actions? No, not this one. Um, Here the same thing. I want you to take a printout. I want you to take a printout. Ayo. I want to take a printout and consider, like, if you're playing with any particular element, a category. So type the category there and type the parameter name and what you are actually expecting it as, either it is an element ID or integer controlled parameter. If your answer is element ID, write down whether it is an element ID or something. And after checking with Dynamo, what is it exactly? So write it actual data type. Is your answer right or wrong? Guys, are you clear?
Yes.
Are you clear?
Yes.
The same as, like, because you have to remember this very badly than primitive data types. Primitive data types are very simple. I hope you already got that grip on it. But element IDs are more confusing. Are you clear, guys?
Yes.
Guys, are you
Yeah.
clear? So play with the maximum element ID parameters. Maximum play with an element ID parameters. Okay. So what is the third page? What is the third page here? What is the third page here? So write down the element category and element ID variable name. What is that exact variable that you are looking for? And I mean, what is the base of it? And then do you able to find that on element classes? Element classes. Do you able to find that, for example, level? You can find it on a element classes. If it is a phase, you can find it in a element classes. If it is a material, you can find it on element classes. If it is a category, you can't find it in element classes because category and classes are equal set of nodes. You can't find a class in the categories in the class. Okay, clear? Again, you can't find a families in the classes again because classes and families are almost equal set of nodes. Equal, I mean, same set of nodes there. So you can't find it. So in classes, you will find relative elements in it. Is it clear? Guys, are
Yes.
you clear? So these two pages, you have to play like anything. Otherwise, trust me, you can't be a expert in data types. I mean, the data types is the main concept, which we frequently use till the end of the training. If really not confident in the data types, come on, let's have some fun sessions on data type. I don't have any hurry. No one is, pushing or pulling to out of this topic. Okay, is it clear? Let's have more discussions
Yes.
until unless you understand the data type concept. Clear, guys?
Yep.
Clear, everyone? But see, if you don't practice and you wasting a training time, the others feel, others will feel, because only for one person I can't extend the training. If you all have, questions in mind, then it's worth of it extending a session. If you really didn't practice and had a, time with your girlfriend and utilize wasting a company's time, I mean, the training time doesn't make sense. Is it clear? If only one person is keep on asking and everyone are answering, I'm going to skip that. Is it clear?
Yes.
Guys, is this clear? So if you have time, it is not only your time, it's almost like 30, 40 people time here. Is it clear? So
Yes.
we have to value it and utilize it well. So where there are a number of very, very toughest concepts. Maximum I'll try to make you understand in very, very cool way. Okay, clear? See,
Yes.
most of the topics I have learned for years. I've learned for years. Some of the topics even I didn't know what is a loop in it. The way I did the research, uh, no one do that generally. Okay, so that's the reason now if you're getting that kind of a knowledge with in just 60 hours, 45 hours, it isn't a small thing. I have to struggle a lot to make you understand, everyone understand. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear, everyone? Okay, so
Yes.
please do practice. That is my humble request. Please do practice at least for 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours in a 1 hour in a day in your weekends. Clear,
Yeah.
guys? Hmm?
Yeah.
So, any questions in today's topic? Come on,
I have one, Mr. Rajesh. Can you go
come.
back to the right now? This is Vishnu.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
you told us, there is a case sensitive in this one. So you write some of the elements with the abbreviations. So whether this Dynamo will take us an abbreviations also. For example, you write element ELM only. So it is also the case sensitive, right?
No, 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 no. That is, you can write it. For example, I have an element here, bro. I have an element here. Consider. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, who asked this?
Vishnu.
Vishnu. I'll type VSH dot ID. So, when I connect this to this, VISH is just a variable. It is just a variable. I'm storing element in the wish variable.
Mm-hmm.
VISH and new Vishnu variable. Is this clear? In a Vishnu name. And when I'm asking
Yes.
ID, it's giving you the ID. So when I'm asking name, it's giving you the name of it. Are you clear?
Yes,
So it
it's
is just
clear.
a variable. So no case sensitive in a
No
general variables.
abbreviations.
But when you're trying to play with some reserved keywords, for example, reserved keywords in the sense we are equal to 50. What do you mean by we are?
Various.
Variable.
Various.
Varies.
Variables.
Various.
So we are variable or varies. So when I'm trying to store something, it is clearly saying error, not even warning. Are Baba, where is a keyword? It is a reserved keyword, but an identifier was expected. Identifier in the sense variable. I was expecting an identifier, but reserved, it is reserved. What if there are some other like solid equal to 50? It is saying that solid is a class name, can't be used as a variable. Are you clear?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Then,
clear?
so how
So,
many,
mm,
Rajesh, how many these types of reserved variable?
many, bro, many. How do you simply identify a variable should be in a white color? No, Rajesh, I want
Okay.
to use a solid only. I don't want any other name. You can use solid only, but small s. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if the small s is also changing its color to something, then capital D. Simple. Change the color of a variable. Variables always should be in a white color. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Mm.
Is it clear?
Yes,
So
clear.
for
Yep.
example, if I want to use VAR, bro, at 10 cost, I need a VAR only. Change it. VAR1. Simple. Is it clear? Or else no, I need only VAR. Capital V. Taxes. Hmm? Simple. So these are called variables. I'll explain you this in the future sessions. Don't worry. Okay. Well, any other questions? Come on. Whether advanced or
One more
basic.
also, like you have searched in the right side corner, like which you having a Primera plugin. So did
Mhm.
we get this plugin or
I'll
we
share you
have
on
to buy
Monday.
it?
I'll share you on Monday. For you, you have to pay. Okay.
Okay,
Which
okay.
is
The level
almost
two I will detect. Level two I will reduce it. No issue.
okay. Fine. So, okay. No worries. Okay. Fine. Any other questions? Any other questions? Guys, we have only 10 minutes. Come on, guys. Do you
Rajesh,
understand do you understand anything today? Is that is that concept clear, everyone?
yeah,
Element ID. Element ID. Is it concept clear? Hmm?
Rajesh,
Hmm.
one
Hmm.
more element IT session.
One more element ID. Yeah? Definitely do that. We'll play with the element ID because it is not a one day concept for sure. So tomorrow, on the Monday, we'll see again with more examples, practical examples. Okay, clear? Clear?
Yes.
So some sort
Yeah.
of like we are going to create on one day. We are going to create multiple sheets, multiple worksheets, multiple templates, multiple views. We'll do all this. Clear?
Okay.
Clear, no?
Yeah, yeah.
So we are using the basic stuff what we learned, and there are some set of notes, bro. Like very simple because you may not have all this. Control F, find your note. Hold on. So if I want to create bunch of sheets, sheet and create. See, I have sheet create. There are two set of notes. So this is going to give you. This is going to create a sheet. Okay. This is going to create another sheet, but you may not have this two set of. The reason they are actually coming from rhythm package and genius loki package. Okay. So when I type sheet, I have multiple nodes with sheets like sheets create from crumple. Even this is also creating sheets and create sheet from bakery package. See, if one package node isn't working, we no need to give up. We have multiple, like a backups. So this one, this one, this one, this one, obviously it will create a sheets. But why this have only one input? Why this is have four inputs? Why this have three inputs? Why this have four inputs? It depends. It depends upon the way the developer his own vision. So we are going to discuss all these things on a in a
So,
next session.
uh,
Clear?
Okay.
So
can I
what
ask
if I
one
want?
question here?
Hmm,
Yeah, these developers are using default nodes and building this, or they are
No,
using
they
background
use
coding?
Python. They use
Okay,
Python.
okay.
How do I come to know? This is when I double click, I can see the code behind this, and I may have Python in it. Or see, I have a Python script in it. Do you see that?
Yeah,
These developers won't create anything if there are a set of default nodes.
yeah. Default node, my intention
If we
was
have
like
default nodes,
previously you told one tool is there, but by using default nodes also, you showed me the option initially.
we can do that. You can do
Yeah,
that, but developers won't do like.
of
If you
course, of
want to
course.
create, you can create it, but generally developers won't do that. Hmm?
Okay, yeah.
Good. So, any other questions? Come on. If you
Uh,
want,
I I
if you
have
want
also
me
one
to,
more.
if you want
One
me
more
to,
also like.
hmm,
Mhm.
come on.
Sorry for interruption. Like, you told me like you explained about this like a permit, like a category, like family and type and instance. Like,
Hmm.
if what if the type parameter type family has a different number of elements? So it have a same element ID or different element ID?
Different element IDs, no?
Uh,
Type elements have different IDs.
but you told us for the instance it will be like separate, but for the type it will be like one like. But I use the same family, but n number of
No.
places.
They are same. If it is from the same family, it is same. If you have multiple types, multiple IDs. If you have three types, let's say we have one cable tray, and that cable tray 300 into 300, it's a different type. So there is another one. So if there are multiple different types, each type has its own ID. It's very simple, bro.
So,
Nothing
but
to
if
confuse.
one
See,
type,
hold on.
n number of
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Just see, this is M lighting and appliance panel board. What is this called actually? This is a category, correct? So this is a
yeah,
family, and this is a type. Am I right? So this
okay.
family is the same. This has only one ID only. But when it comes to the type 400, 400 has a different ID. 250 amps has a different ID. 125 amps has a different ID, and 100 amps has a different IDs. Are you clear?
Yes,
Are you
clear.
clear now? Okay. Now,
Yes,
what if in
type
100
has
amp,
same ID, but the
uh,
in between, like whatever how many elements, it have a different
it
ID.
has a different IDs? Same thing, similar. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Well, any other questions?
Rajesh,
Hmm.
one small note I missed the starting class. So under primitive, we have different nodes or different data types. But under the application specific data, we have only this element ID, right?
Element ID and integer control. I mean, these are actually looks like, you know, they try to confuse you. Only the drop down list. Okay. So consider if you have
Okay.
seen any drop down list, it is an element ID or integer control
Integer
parameter.
control.
Simple.
Okay.
No other.
Yeah. So like Praveen cleared it. If it is a datum parameter, it's sorry. Again, I got confused. We have two, right? ICP integer control, and another one is
Element ID.
element ID. So if any element parameters like elevation from level or schedule level, these two parameters, level 2 will be the element ID, and elevation from level would be the ICP, right?
No. No.
No, the schedule
Elevation
level
level.
is controlled by
Schedule
the
level.
element ID.
Which element it is actually? For wall,
Anything.
for any element. So here, not this one. I think let's say lighting fixture. Schedule level is a element ID.
Yeah.
Okay. Element ID. And elevation level, elevation from level, it is a number.
Yes.
It's a number. Okay.
Okay.
So that is a number. That's a double. So you just have to cross check where it is. New constructions and element ID. Element ID. Cross check in the parameter.storage type. You'll come to know. Here it
Okay.
looks like a text and it is controlling by a number. I mean, and the parameter storage type, if it is showing, it's like a number. Consider it is an integer control parameter, ICP. Is it
Okay.
clear? Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Well, so any other questions? Guys, play with mostly the element ID parameters only this 2 days. Okay, clear? You must understand very, very clearly because when at the time of I explain, looks very clear. But when when you're trying to play with, you will have a lot of doubts. Write it down, each and every single doubt. Clear?
Okay.
Good. Good.
Yes.
And someone texted me on WhatsApp. Who is that? So there are some problem. I mean, I've sent a screenshot. I asked him to upload it in a doubts page. Come on. No idea. Pravina? No, I don't remember exactly who is the person. Okay, fine. Anyways, see you on Monday again. Okay. So 8:30 and the link will be changed. I'm going to send you the new link. Okay. So that link is going to be continued till the end of the training. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Clear, everyone? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. See you Monday.
Good night. Happy weekend. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Night.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.